As you know, we sell a lot of hardwoods, both domestic and exotic, but what is the hype around hardwoods? Meaning, why wouldn't you just use a cheap softwood on your project? Well, several things come into play here. Hardwoods are much more stable, meaning that they are kiln dried. So the moisture content in these woods is very low, which is good because then you won't have expansion and contraction in the future, which can cause warping, checking, cracking, etc. Softwoods, on the other hand, typically have a high moisture content, which are not great for planning and making a woodworking project. Another reason why people opt for hardwoods is that they are typically easier to machine, kind of for the reasons I mentioned earlier. You don't have the moisture content that are going to gum up your bits and you gum up your blades with all that moisture and kind of wood fibers mixing together to create like a gummy substance that's just not good for your machines. The next big reason why people use hardwoods is because they are more durable, but more importantly, they just look better. A pine or spruce or a fir board, a softwood, for example, just doesn't look that great. Whereas hardwoods, you have a variety of different natural wood grain patterns that you don't have to stain to get the ideal look that you're going for. For example, instead of staining pine, you could just use walnut, or you could use sapele to get an interesting grain pattern that is absolutely beautiful. And by the way, sapele is a fraction of the cost of mahogany, and it's a very nice substitute. If you wanted a lighter color, instead of choosing pine, you could choose a white wingay or a lati, an interesting grain pattern that would look beautiful on your next project. While we don't carry softwoods, you can find these hardwoods and many more on our website at legacyshopsupply.com.